My name is Pradip Mukherji. I was once a messenger of God. Today I am the face of God. I have brought a beautiful interview. The interview is controversial. You will have difficulty in accepting it. You will have difficulty in digesting it. I do not want you to accept it because the Victory Wing has brought to you an interview which is totally out of the box. And for that, they really went. It takes a certain amount of courage, which they had. And for that reason, I really want you to subscribe to Victory Wings because you never know that from now on, they will be looking into those episodes which are out of the box and which will really challenge your regular way of thinking, and they will try to bring you all those things which will actually expand your mind, expand your horizon, and expand your way of thinking. Thank you so much.
Namaskar. We are with Victory Wings channel, and then today we are fortunate to have Goddess revered and respected Falguni ji, Mataji, and revered God, respected Sri Pradip ji, Sri phanindraGotety garu, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. Now we are fortunate to have such divine people in front of us. I don't know, I'm blessed. My name is Shivaji Makapati. I'm basically a civil engineer into the power projects construction mostly, and the engineering part and then the other administration part of all those power projects construction. With this background, I don't know whether I am fit to be sitting in this seat opposite such Mataji and God, and which is much above my listening and learning and all these things. I may be a misfit, but I'll try to be elevate myself a little, try to learn things from you. You are all such spiritual, I should say, Guruji or Goddess and then God. Always pronounce like that here afterwards. And who has experienced top levels of energy. And one needs to face you, one needs to have the basics, which I don't have and I am lacking. You pardon me if I talk something which is not palatable or which is not correct. Please pardon me. And then I have gone through this book of message from God. I don't know. See, God himself has written that. You are God. Mataji is goddess. And then two together have brought out such a book. And then I have read the book, as Phanindra was telling sometime back, time and again. But I think it takes little time to absorb the contents and digest the contents. Unless you also elevate yourself to a minimum level where you are fit to absorb them. So I shall hereafterwards try to follow the preachings, the teachings, all these things a little more and try to concentrate on them, focus on them, so that at least something goes into me so that I can elevate myself to be present before you people. I hope everyone has a copy of this book, and I suppose everyone would have read this book. That need not be the case, but I shall refer to the part of the book you put it in 10 parts, and then I'll refer the part, maybe I'll refer the page number, and then I can refer the exact sentence also if required, so that would make your things little better. The introduction is I am God. It is not only that, now the new phase is Mataji is the goddess and then you are the God. Two together you have created the universe and so many other things. Now, I am a God, Paramatma, you are told. Can we get little of the exact meaning of the Paramatma? Because as a layman, I always say Atma. What is Parama? Where is this Parama came? I have an Atma, soul. And then where from this Paramatma came? Is it something better than Atma? Or what is Paramatma?
Thank you so much, Shivaji ji, for inviting us, for being in conversation with us. Thank you to Victory Wings. Thank you to Phanindra ji. And this opportunity to be with the viewers of Victory Wings. I was referred to as God. She has been referred to as Goddess. We have also been referred to as being divine, but we are not divine. And also it was said that earlier it was only me who was in front of the camera, in front of the public, in front of the viewers. But now the whole thing has kind of shifted, that I now have with me a lady who is the goddess. I happen to be God. Now the question comes, how can a human be goddess or God? So this is a very, I would say, logical, rational, and a very intelligent question, that a human can never be goddess and God. And yet, this is the name that we come across to the humans as. So how can it be so? So let me first say a little bit on that. It so happens that when I started this journey as a human, and the nature of that human was, he was not interested in religion, he was not interested in spirituality, he was a little bit interested in materialistic things, but not in a very ambitious way. So that was the human to whom God came. And God said, it is now time for you to work with me. So as this journey started in 2015, 2015, it was a very complex journey. It was a journey where I had to be given certain abilities to talk with God, to understand God, and to understand everything else that is not God. How do I know God? The way I know God is not directly, but indirectly, which means I know all those who are not God, but God either projected themselves as God or were made to project themselves as God. So basically I am referring to the deities. Now I knew about the deities before the journey started. I was not a follower of any deity. I wasn't worshipping any deity. I wasn't kind of wanting to appease any deity for only one reason, two reasons rather. Number one reason is I wanted nothing from life. So when I want nothing from life, why would this human ever go to anyone who says that one is God? Only people who want something from life goes to God. But I did not also speak like the atheist who says there is no God. So I am not an atheist. Just because I am not religious, that doesn't mean I am an atheist. Because I know there is God. Because I have talked with the deities. I have communicated with the deities. I have received valuable informations from the deities. And I will not say there is no Shiva. I will not say there is no Krishna. I will not say there is no Rama. I will not say any of these things. So I am not atheist. I am not a theist. I am not someone in between they call the agnist. The question is, I just had no role or importance of God being in my life. Why? Because I had no need from anything that humans have from God. I neither wanted anything in life as a human, and I neither wanted anything after life in terms of salvation or in terms of liberation. Now, why is it that I did not want anything in life? Because I very closely examined what is it that life gives a human. And what I found what life gives a human was basically a few things called like money, success, fame, but to me they had no value. Or it gives relationships. I was okay with no relationship. I didn't have any need for people in my life or to have any kind of intimacy with them. So I neither needed money, fame, success, nor I needed people. The other thing that was left was I needed enlightenment. But I didn't want enlightenment. Why I did not want enlightenment? For the simple reason that I found that maybe a few became enlightened in the pursuit of enlightenment, but almost everyone who is in the pursuit of enlightenment are not becoming enlightened. They are having some good experiences. It's like I go to a restaurant. I have a very good dish served to me. I enjoy it. But that doesn't mean that I would want it in my life forever. So when those people who were in the pursuit of enlightenment, they came and said, I had this beautiful experience, that beautiful experience. My question was, so what?
Right.
So these two words, so what, kind of questioned the value of what they are having. So I said, you have those experience. I don't have those experience. In what way is the quality of your life better than what is my life? So that question would really take away the whole significance of all spiritual experiences that humans have. Now comes the point is, are we truly goddess and God? Or are we someone who is claiming but is not? Now the answer to that question is, we are totally aware that we are human beings. Being aware that we are human beings, we are also aware what is the will of God. Now, what was the will of God? At one point of time, after working for 8 years with God, 8 to 9 years, then God said, up to that point of time, I was the messenger of God. Now God said, you are no more the messenger of God, you are now God. I said, okay, you are saying I am God. I have no experience of being God. Will you give me all the powers that you have? He said, no, I'll give you no powers that I have. I said, if you give me no powers that you have, then I'm just a human. How does it make me a God? He says, I'll not give you any power because you don't need to perform any miracles. You don't need to go and impress people. You don't need to go and mesmerize people. You don't need to go and hypnotize people. You don't need to go and show them that you are better than them. So I said, then what is the whole purpose of putting this label called I am God? He says the purpose is twofold. Number one, first, your face. Your face will be my face as long as I am in the domain of the humans. So this face became the face of God. And that is how the work of me being God started. Now, first thing, I am the face of God. So I said, okay, then let me just tell people I am the face of God. Why do I have to say I am God? He said, no. You are God because I am going to be in you and I am going to work through you and I am going to do whatever I need to do with the humans as God wills, not as this human wills. That is how I became not only the face of God, I also became God. Okay, so I am human, very much aware I am human, very much aware I am not God, but it is the will of God that I be God and my face be the face of God, and I am aware that God is working through me to the humans with the humans.
Yeah.
Here it took one more turn. Then God said, I am now going to become two, God and Goddess. And in this two-ness, it is the Goddess who will actually be doing the work, while you will be my spokesperson.
Can we call messenger?
No, I was earlier the messengers.
Yes.
Now I am speaking as God. Goddess will not speak as God. Goddess will silently sit beside me, and yet she is the one who will do all the work.
All the work she will do and you will.
I will just be here communicating with people, interacting with people, clarifying the questions, clarifying the doubts, but it will be the work of the Goddess, and she became the face of Goddess. Her body became the body of Goddess, and she is now the Goddess, and that is how we are today, Goddess and God, in front of the people.
She is the silent worker.
She is the silent worker and the one also in the forefront, because now currently the work is happening through the Goddess for the humans.
You take all inputs from her and then
I do take a huge amount of inputs from her.
No, I think total.
Total means?
What all she is doing the work.
Yeah, she is doing the work. I am the observer of that work. I am also being guided by the Goddess. I am also being intellectually also being corrected by the Goddess.
Are you guiding her in all this indirectly?
Very less. Only the human aspect.
It is very
only
that all
no,
work
only
she is doing.
only the human aspect.
Yeah.
Not the Goddess aspect.
Okay, I got the clarity. Let us proceed. I have
Yes.
more.
Yes.
things,
Yes. But we laid the foundation
Yes,
of the
yes,
conversation.
Wonderful, wonderful it is. Wonderful. I got